Hello friends, good morning to one another. Welcome back to our MS class, Unit 4, right? So today onwards, we entered the fourth unit of our MS, right? MS fourth unit. In this fourth unit, totally deals about the project management. So project management. So here we need to discuss about CPM PET diagrams. Just look at the overview of this unit. Project management, the meaning of project management, characteristics, critical path method. Very important thing here. This fourth unit totally belongs to problematic unit, right? CPM is also known as critical path analysis. And we have another topic is here, PET, project evaluation review technique. CPM and PET. So CPM characteristics, PET analysis. So difference between the project PET and CPM, project management process, components of PET and CPM, networks, network diagrams. So these are the network diagrams and rules for creating or preparing or drawing the network diagrams. These are the nodes. In a circle form, we have this circle form, this type of diagram we call it as node, NODE, node. These are the sample problems. So just we have the problem in this fourth unit like this. So in exam, we have this type of problems from fourth unit. Based upon this this problem, we can draw it, this diagram. So this diagram is called as network diagram. So this is the problem given in the exam paper, question paper. So we need to solve this problem in the form of network diagram. After completion of network diagram drawing, then we need to calculate CPM, critical path method, right? So these are the few problems, example problems. So problem, network diagram. So another problem. This is about project evaluation review technique. So in this model, we have also another problem. Its formula. Based upon this formula, we can solve this problem, right? So it's about overview. So now coming to what is meant by project. What is meant by project? The meaning of project and project management. So after completion of these two, project management characteristics and the project management process. These are some theory questions we have in this fourth unit. Right, after completion of these theory questions, then we will enter to the problems in this fourth unit, right? CPM PET problems. So first theory part from fourth unit. So look at this thing, project management. So first of all, we need to understand what is meant by project. What is meant by project? So project is a series of tasks that need to be completed to reach a specific outcome. So here project is containing a separate number of tasks, some activities to accomplish our goal, to reach our company's objectives, to reach our targets of the company. So for reaching of our targets, for reaching of our objectives, or to achieve the targets of the company, we need to plan for future course of actions. That future actions or future tasks are comes under here project. Project. So project can also define as a set of inputs and outputs requirement and plan for these requirements and to achieve a particular goal. So plan for inputs and outputs of the company to achieve the company's targets. So simply inputs means here 5 M's. Already we know 5 M's: money, men, material, machinery, methods. Once again, I want to repeat 5 M's: money, men, machinery, methods, and men. These are the 5 M's. So a set of inputs, 5 M's, and outputs. Here outputs means our production, or it may be our targets achieving, or it may be our goals reaching, right? So here a project can also be defined as set of inputs and outputs required. So plan for inputs and plan for how to reach our outputs and how to achieve our goals of the company, So here not only planning of inputs and outputs and also and also plans for timing and plan for the time and scheduling for reach the targets of the company. Projects can range from simple to complex and can be managed by one person or hundred of persons. So these projects can range from simple to complex. So some of projects may be simple or smaller. Some of projects may be the larger or complex things. So based upon the company capacity, the companies will tender or will quote for the projects. Simply, these projects are also known as the tenders or the contracts. We can see some examples. Apartment construction, a contract; flyover agreement or flyover contract; or national highway contract. These are the few examples of the contracts. So these contracts are handling by the companies. So before going to handle the project, first of all, government releases the contract through or by using the print media or newspapers. So for reference from the newspapers, the contractors will quote or will send their documents to the government for each and every details of the projects. So project details, like maybe suppose take the example of flyover undertaking. This flyover undertaking is one of the best example of a contract or a project. So before take or handling the project, so the contractor, first of all, he needs to apply for the contract to the government. So for this purpose, the contractor should have to submit some documents to the government. So these documents having some information about the particular contract or particular flyover contract. So here, how much sand, how much workers, how much iron, and how much finance, how much technology they are using, and how much time they will accomplish that particular task or accomplish that flyover. So that time and different requirements, technology using, and also the manpower planning. These all details should be in that particular documents. And these documents have also the quote price, the quotation price. So these documents should be submitted to the government. So the government will verify and give the contract to that particular contractors. So after completion of the tender quotation or quote price, after completion of the verification of these contracts or documents by the government, then the government will sanction the contract to that particular contractor. Then the contractor will perform and will accomplish this task. So the contractor will perform and will do or will construct that particular bridge or flyover. So this is all about the process of a contract. Contract. So this contract is also known as the projects. So here, the contract management, the contract accomplishment of these all tasks within a specified time, within a mentioned time and mentioned amount. That contract management and contract accomplishment is called as project management. So here, project is also known as contracts. So contract is a series of tasks that need to be completed in a range of specific outcomes. So specific outcomes means here accomplishment of a bridge, accomplishment of a flyover. So accomplishment means a complete. So completion of the flyovers. That is the output here. So it is a set of tasks or future course of actions pre-decided, pre-designed for to complete, to accomplish the flyover, right? So that set of tasks to complete a specific outcome or a specific contract is called as here project. Project. A project can also be defined as a set of inputs and outputs required. Already I told you. So here, not only preparation of the plans and not only preparation of the future course of actions, but also preparation of the requirements. So manpower requirements, material requirements, machinery requirements, methods we need to have, men or manpower we need to have. These inputs are also we need to plan here, and also plan for the outcomes within a specified, within a mentioned time, right? So here we need to plan for two things. So input and output planning, and next one is future course of actions or future tasks we need to plan for here for these two, or for achieving our targets of the company, or in the form of achieving the targets of or accomplishment of a project in a within a time, within a specified time. So that is all about project. So now coming to project management. Project management is just managing the contracts, performing the contracts, management of managing everything, particular tasks and plans and their implementations to until the reach the targets of the company or accomplishment of a project. The total maintenance or total functionalities are comes under here project management. So this project management is the process of leading the work of a team. So lead the team to achieve goals and to meet success criteria at a specified time. The primary challenge of a project management is to achieve all of project's goals within a given restrictions. So look at this paragraph. This PPT, the primary challenge of project management is to achieve all of the project goals. So all of the project goals means here, just completion of the project or complete the contract within a specified time. That is the major goal here. And completion of accomplishment of a project or contract within a time, as well as within a specified budget, specified allocated amount. So these are the primary challenges, primary goals, right? So to achieve these primary goals, the project should be maintained under proper conditions. That is project management, right? Once again, I want to repeat it. To accomplishment of a project or a contract in a specified time and accomplishment of a project in a specified budget or amount. For this accomplishment in a time and within a budget, we plan for future tasks and plan for inputs and plan for outputs. And these total tasks are comes under in a proper maintenance is called as here project management within a given restriction. So here we have some restrictions. So coming to the next paragraph, this information is usually described in a project documentation. Already I told you documentation. So this documentation is major purposes to submit to the government. After completion of submission, the government will verify these documents. If the government will satisfied with quote price and this total project information, then the government will sanction to us. Then only we can make a contract, right? So here in this documentation, so we have some restrictions. So first of all, the documentation should be in a proper manner, right? And next one, this document should have the scope and the time, should mention the time, project completion or contract completion time, and the budget. Budget means here the amount, the capital investment. So how much amount we need to have to accomplishment of a project. So once again, I want to repeat, budget means here the amount or the money to accomplishment of a project in a particular time. That amount is called as the budget. The secondary challenges is the optimize the allocation of necessary inputs. Allocation means allocating, giving issue the necessary inputs and apply them to meet predefined objectives. So objectives means here targets or goals. So here in this project management, we do some activities. Those are future course of actions, input and output planning, lead the team. Look at here, leading the team. So lead the team, the third task, and prepare the documentation. And next, scope, time, budgets. Budget means here allocating money. So plan for how much amount we need to have to accomplishment or to complete a particular project or a contract. That planning of amount is called as here budget. So budget, and next one is optimization. The next one is allocation of necessary inputs. Allocation of necessary inputs. These are the 9 activities or comes under in this project management to meet our project goals, to meet or to reach our targets of the company, right? This is all about project management. So project is here a set of pre-decided activities to reach our specified outcomes and also plan for inputs and outputs, right? These projects may be simple or low cost of capital projects or very large contracts or very large complex contracts based upon the company capacity. So here project management means this is the process of leading the team, preparation of plans and input and output planning, documentation preparation, scope, time, budget, preparations and allocation of necessary inputs. These all are considered in this project management. These all activities are performed by the project manager to reach the goal. That goal is here the accomplishment of a project within a specified time, within a specified amount. That is the major goal here, project management. So now coming to the features. So the project management, the documentation will have the timing, the project management total control, having the strategies. Strategies means a long-term excellent super plans. So for accomplishment of a target or contract, we need to have some strategies, some excellent plannings. Next, monitoring or checking the each and every processes we have in the projects. Next, development of projects and development of technologies and workers also. Next, processes, the completion process of a contract. Processes planning. Next, analysis. Analysis means here checking it, the each and every tasks, the execution of projects, planning of projects. So these are all the sub functions we have in the project management. So timing, controlling, strategy, preparation, monitoring each and every activities, development of the workers and their career development processes and analysis, execution of all activities, next planning of all activities, pre-decided activities. So these are all things for to achieve our target. So target is here in this project management, timely completion of the work within a budget, right? So next, coming to this slide, another meaning of project management. So project management is a discipline of planning, organizing, securing, and managing the resources to bring about the successful completion of a specific project goals and objectives. So here, specific project goals. For achieving these project goals and objectives, here we need to have planning and organizing, securing and managing the resources. These four parts are comes under here to achieve the targets of a project. So here the project management comes under these four activities: proper planning, organizing, next securing, managing the different resources. So managing the resources. So here securing and managing the resources means here 5 M's: men, money, machinery, methods, and men, materials. So securing and managing these 5 M's and also planning and organizing these projects. These all things are for specified goals and objectives achieving, right? Next, coming to this point, it is the planning and organizing of organizations resources in order to make a specific task, event or duty towards the completion of projects or contracts. It involves management both the humans and material and financial resources. Already just I told you, human beings, materials, resources, machineries, and all other methods. These are the 5 M's. So it involves the management of 5 M's simply. So next last point, the project manager will help define the goals and objectives of the project and determine when the various projects components are to be completed by the whom and create quality of control checking to ensure that completed components meet a certain standards. So simply the first slide I told you. So project means a contract. So the contract completion and the contract maintenance is called as project management. So by using these different functionalities. So here input and output planning, and next pre-decided tasks or pre-decided activities, lead the team, next scope, time, budget, optimization, allocation of necessary inputs. These are the few activities for maintain or for reaching our targets within a time. That total maintenance is called as project management simply, right? So now coming to the characteristics or features of a project or a contract. So please remember this thing. Project means a contract or a tender. So here, these are the few characteristics for a contract. So here, look at this thing. First one is uniqueness, non-routine activity. So here itself, projects or contract itself, the major activities, non-routine activities, Just it is a uniqueness. So one time, single activity. Suppose take the example of flyover. So flyover construction is a contract or a project. It is a single task. The total accomplishment of a bridge is a single task, not routine activity. Suppose take the example of a business. So here business activities are routine, repeated. Am I right? So production and attract the customers and sell to the customers. Again, do the production and again do the attracting and again sales and again production, do the production, and sale to the customers again, again, again. These are the routine functions in a particular business. But here, these projects are non-routine, non-repetitive actions. So if bridge are completed, then just it is finished. So just we want to go for another new contract and another new task. So it is a major characteristic is that non-routine activity, non-routine activity. And coming to next thing, it is a complexity based upon the company situation. It may be complex, some of the situations may be complexity, or it may be simple tasks, simple projects, or it may be in some situations may be complex contracts. So based upon the company capacity, some of the tenders or contracts may be within a short period of time, 6 months or below 1 year, right? Some of the contracts it may have 4 or 5 years. The major projects. Suppose the flyover construction is a complex and a major contracts, right? Some of the few or small simple tasks are just cement road constructions, apartment constructions. These are the 1 or 2 years contracts only. So simple contracts or maybe complex contracts. These contracts may be undertaken by the companies based upon its capacity, company's capacity. So complexity or simple contracts based upon the company capacity. So teamwork. So another characteristics is here, it demands the teamwork. So should have the teamwork, not an individual task. So demands the teamwork. Next, it's a life cycle. It's compared with the life cycle. So start the business, start the contracts, and performing some activities and maturity stage, and finally decline stage. Decline stage means here completion of the project. So it is similar to the human life cycle. Next, in this contracts we have risk and also uncertainties also. Some risks and losses are there. So future is uncertainty based upon the price variations, the labor cost variations, the inflation of the finance, or some natural calamities are there. Due to these different reasons, risk or the losses may occur in the future, right? So that's why here risk and uncertainty is another feature of the project. Next, change in response to the environment. The contract may change towards their environment. Next, already here non-routine activity, it is a non-recurring activity. So next, duration of activities is uncertain. Duration of the activities. So already I told you in the previous slide here, it lead the time. Oh, look at this. Tasks, pre-decided tasks. So before start a project, we should plan for pre-decided activities or future course actions. So each and every task and each every activity should have the time limits, should have the budget. So each and every duration of the activity maybe varies, maybe changes from time to time based upon the uncertainty situations. Next, last one, completion within a deadline. So project or contract, try to completion within a deadline or within a time. So these are the few characteristics of a project, right? So for completion of a project or a tender or a contract, we should prepare the plans of activities, future course of activities. These predetermined course of activities or future course of actions. For this purpose, we have this methods, CPM and PERT diagrams. CPM and PERT diagrams. Suppose take the example of this chat. So these are the activities 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are the pre-activities. Before start the contract, these are the 10 activities. These 10 are the future course of actions or activities to be performed for accomplishment of target or for accomplishment of a contract, right? So here, this is the diagram of CPM market. So it shows that pre-decided activities or future activities are planned. Suppose 1 to 2 is another activity. Its name A. And 1 to 3, 2 to 4, 3 to 4, 3 to 5, 4 to 9. And again 5 to 6, 5 to 7, 6 to 8, 7 to 8, 8 to 10, 9 to 10. These are the activities, pre-decided activities. So after completion of these activities, then only we start the project, right? So these planning the pre-activities is one of the major part. For this planning of pre-activities, we have two methods. Those are CPM and PET, critical path method and project evaluation review technique. These are the two methods for preparation of a plans to accomplish the contract, to complete the projects, right? So these are the two methods. So in this future, we have CPM problems and PET problems, right? So in the next class, we go through about CPM and PET, the meaning of CPM, right? So today's class we discussed about what is meant by project and what is meant by project management. And already we discussed about the characteristics of the project management. Okay. So here, project means a set of tasks that need to be completed for a specific outcome. So set of activities, set of rules and regulations, and set of future course of actions to or for reach the goal of the company or accomplishment of a project in a particular specific time. That tasks and plannings are comes under this project. So simply project means a tender or a contract. So here project management means a proper management of activities, pre-decided activities, and proper maintenance management of inputs. Inputs means files, right? Money, men, machinery, methods, and materials. So these proper management of inputs and plan for outputs, inputs and outputs. And next, having proper documents, preparation of documents and submit to the government. If the government satisfied with our documents, then the government will sanction to us. Then having a proper time and plan for budget or amount and having optimization and having allocation of the necessary inputs. So these 8 activities are comes under this project management. So proper maintenance of these activities for accomplishment of targets of the company is called as here project management. So project means is tender or contract. So project management is just maintain all activities in a proper manner. That is called as here project management. So here the timing, controlling strategies, monitoring the processes, development of workers and technology, processes we have, and analysis each and every reports and checking the each and every reports, execution of all works and plan for future course of actions. This all are comes under in the project management to reach the goal, that is completion of a project within a time and within a specific budget, right? And these are the few characteristics already we discussed. So it is a contract is a non-routine, non-repetitive activity, and it demands the teamwork, not a single individual work. And it is based upon the company capacity. It may be complexity or it may be simple tasks. And it is compared with our human life cycle. Next, in the future, in these projects or contracts, we have the risk based or uncertainties. So future is uncertainty, right? So next, change. So our contracts or projects may be changing based upon the environment. It is non-recurring in the future, right? Next, duration and of activities or uncertainty. So completion of deadlines within a time or within and also within a budget. So this is all about project, right? In the next class, we will meet with the CPM and TET. So these CPM TET are the methods to plan for the future course of actions before starting a project, before starting a contract, right? So we'll meet in the next class with the CPM method, right? Critical path method, right? Okay, guys, thanks for listening. Stay home, stay safe.